What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Outpost, and today the review embargo has lifted for The Rise of Skywalker just a couple hours ago. And when I woke up, I'll be honest, what I fully expected, even with all the leaks, and by the way, I will probably let loose some spoilers here, not necessarily just because we'll be talking about reviews, and I'm sure it'll be in there a little bit. But I fully expected all the critics to back this movie just like they've backed other trash movies before. I fully expected it to be overwhelmingly positive, and was prepared to kind of be upset when I started looking at these things. However, what I didn't necessarily expect were some things like this. And let me just show you a couple of the headlines. Sorry, Star Wars fans. According to critics, The Rise of Skywalker kinda sucks. From High's Nobility. From the Washington Post. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker may give fans what they want, but not what the story needs. That's a 2 stars. What is this? Slate. Whatever Slate is. The Rise of Skywalker is so bad, it actually makes the trilogy worse. So I start seeing some of these and I'm like, oh my god. What is going on? IGN, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. The one last look at our friends can't bring the Skywalker saga to a fully satisfying conclusion. That one's not too bad. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. An okay end to the saga. That's an okay end. Now this is a 3 out of 4. It's a pretty good review from this dude. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is the Force Ghost version of a movie. Jesus. Gizmodo, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is a disappointing way to end a saga. And Los Angeles Times, this one is the best one because this has split the fandom again, and we'll talk about it. Los Angeles Times, review. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is here to remind you just how good The Last Jedi was. Holy cow. So I did not expect some of that. Didn't expect some of these pretty negative reviews. But I went to Rotten Tomatoes and I'm like, Rotten Tomatoes, that's still Rotten Tomatoes, right? Still the shill capital of entertainment. Rotten Tomatoes is gonna be fine. Well, again, my expectations have been subverted, but in a good way this time. Right now, Rotten Tomatoes sitting at 49 reviews, and it is at 56%. 56% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is absolutely stunning to me that this movie is less than 60%. It's kind of stunning that it's less than 80, to be perfectly honest with you, but 56 right now. Yeah, let's refresh, see if any more are there. Ooh, 58%. 8 more reviews have come down. So 58%. It's going to be fluctuating a lot. It could go up, it could go down. It's kind of just going to depend who the people are that are reviewing it. But when I saw this, I was just absolutely stunned. And we'll all keep an eye on it. All our eyes are going to be sharp on this thing, especially when the audience reviews start coming out. I expect them, based on what we've heard, I do expect the audience reviews to absolutely tank. Let's see if I can come up with a guess right now. I'm going to say audience reviews for this are going to be 35%. How about that? 35%. That's my guess. 35%, and we're going to get attacked. We're going to get called trolls. It's going to be everything you thought it would be, but at the end of the day, it's not going to matter because this movie's garbage, at least from what we've seen. Let's read some of these critic reviews. Let's hand it to Lucas and Abrams. Lucas? What did Lucas have to do with it? They did it, knowing full well there is no try. Okay. Oh, we saw this guy's review, John Alinsky. The Rise of Skywalker is another of those zillion-dollar franchise films where I felt embarrassed for the actors, but pleased for them too, because the money is no doubt amazing, and will presumably for them to do the things they care about. Oof. That's rough. Look at all these ones. These are all the new ones that just came out. They're all like positive. Look at that. A series of undeniable successful action and emotional sequences add up to an engaging conclusion, even with a number of missteps. Even with a number of missteps, you still give it a 4 out of 5, huh, Patrick Kavanaugh? All right. Bringing the Skywalker saga to a close, Abrams delivers an action-packed, emotionally charged, and fitting denouncement of this trilogy. It has no more use or appeal when examined in isolation than it would a spark plug or distributor cap. Oof. That one's kind of rough. But we'll keep an eye on this stuff. We'll talk about it. Everybody, as soon as this fluctuates, people are going to be coming out with videos about it. But as for right now, 57%. And when I talked about the divisiveness, you know, the fandom menace, we already have our side. You know what I mean? There's not going to be much you can do after Last Jedi and going forward and what you've done with the characters. That is going to please a whole lot of people in this community and this side of things. Just being honest about that. Now what we're seeing is we have a whole entire sect of different people who are upset with this movie, and that is the Disney fans. The Last Jedi fans hate this movie because it does a lot of things to try to undo what Rian Johnson has done. So now you're going to have another splinter in the fandom. And we had on Twitter the hashtag JJ Abrams is over party last night. That was trending. That was trending higher than The Rise of Skywalker was. JJ Abrams is over party. And you had people viciously attack. Well, I'm not going to say viciously, but you had people going after JJ Abrams pretty freaking hard. And, you know, I blame JJ Abrams, obviously. It's his responsibility. I do think he's a hack. But at the end of the day, I think you have to blame everybody in charge of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy first and foremost. Bob Iger has a lot of responsibility because he let her be in charge, but when you buy it from George Lucas and George Lucas says, this is the woman who she's the one that I want to carry on my legacy. And you figure, okay, well, she's probably not just going to take a shit on it the entire time, right? All right, Kathleen, well, let's see. We got Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars is going to sell just because it's named. You can't screw it up that bad, can you? I think that's what happened. And, yeah, disappointing to see. Disappointing to see how far Star Wars has sank. And we'll see how much lower this Rotten Tomatoes score sink as well. But they have a whole new different sect of people that are upset about this movie. But let me know your thoughts. Have you checked out the Rotten Tomatoes score? Have you checked out what any of the critics are saying? It's a very mixed bag, way more than I thought it would be. And I can't wait to see more people come out. And then when that audience score drops, it is going to be absolute insanity. That's when all the hit pieces are going to come out. That's when all this stuff is going to happen. I can't wait for it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. I'll talk to you guys later.